With all the shit the Yankees get every single year about how they're unable to develop any prospects, how their whole team just needs to be bought because their scouting department lacks any sort of ability to create stars, the Yankees now possibly have two of the best young pitchers in Major League Baseball. What's going on, guys? King of Under 61st, I'm back with another video, and spring training is always an interesting time because early on you will see players who have amazing spring training and it doesn't always translate. So take everything I say in this video with a grain of salt. But what I'm seeing so far in spring training is something people cannot ignore anymore. The two Yankees top pitching prospects, Elmer Rodriguez and Carlos Lagrange, look fantastic so far. Let's start with Lagrange because he's the focus of this video. Carlos Lagrange started getting a little bit more buzz with Yankees fans at the start of camp as he faced Aaron Judge in a live AB and struck him out on a pitch that was 102.6 painted in the inside corner. That is something that you do not see very often, especially knowing Lagrange has always struggled with location and control. To be able to pinpoint a pitch like that, it caught some people by surprise and it made a few heads turn. So his first spring training start was always going to be a spectacle, and he looked even better. In this game, you saw the fact that yes, that fastball has life. That fastball has crazy movement to it. It is virtually an unhittable fastball. But you also saw he has secondary pitches. That changeup looked great. That slider, he was able to tunnel off of the fastball. It was an extraordinary outing. Yes, he left one changeup up out over the plate and it got rocked. One thing we always say is results don't always matter in these types of games. It's really seeing how a pitcher looks, seeing the type of ability he has, especially someone this young, coming into his first ever spring training start. And Lagrange passed every single test with flying colors. A lot of people are comparing Lagrange right now to a guy like Dellin Betances, thinking he'll end up in the bullpen and be a very high leverage arm for the Yankees. But I'm here to tell you, with that stuff, if he can control it a little bit, he could be one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball. Look at guys like Hunter Green. He could be that type of guy because he's got that type of fastball and he's got the type of movement on those pitches that could make him almost unhittable, especially if he continues to work on being able to tunnel off of certain pitch sequences. He could be one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball. I wouldn't immediately throw him to the bullpen if you don't have to. To be honest, a little bit of an overreaction from me, but I don't care. From what I saw in this game and what I've seen out of Lagrange so far, I'm inclined to make him the 5 starter this year and throw Weathers into the bullpen to add depth to the left-handed side of the mound to that bullpen. Give Lagrange a shot to really prove himself because the talent is there. He's got major league stuff. We've seen that already. It's all about consistency with him, and I think he's graduated to a point where that consistency might be here. To me, you give the kid an opportunity to prove he belongs. And another person who is proving that they belong in the upper echelon of the Yankees prospect system is Elmer Rodriguez. Although his fastball hasn't come along as much yet, as he's kind of slow rolling this spring training. Normal for a lot of spring training pitchers. But his stuff, the off-speed stuff, the breaking stuff, it's all there. He is a ground ball pitcher and he is pitching to the ground ball with perfection. Yes, he has some strikeout stuff. And once that fastball starts getting better and better and he starts getting into the season a little bit, the strikeout numbers in spring will come. It will rise, but he's executing at a level that I don't think anyone else expected, to the point where he's projected to be on the major league roster in 2027, according to MLB.com. But Elmer Rodriguez has shown so far is that he might be ready if there's like an injury or someone's out for a little bit or someone struggles. He could be that guy to come up to the major league rotation and fill in a great spot. He is one of those guys that can come in and make an immediate impact. back. He might not be fully seasoned to the point where he is officially ready to be on the roster opening day. But that movement on those pitches, if you needed him for a few spot starts, major league hitters are not adjusting to him quickly. And that is valuable to the New York Yankees. Like I said earlier, the Yankees always get maligned for not being able to develop guys like this, for not having the farm system that compares to the Dodgers and the Red Sox. And maybe we don't have the depth that they have, but our upper echelon talent, that can go up against any upper echelon talent in Major League Baseball. George Lombard is showing out so far. He's not going to be on the Major League roster yet, but he's definitely showing why he deserves to be the #1 prospect in this system. Two best pitchers in our system already proving that they could be ready for the Major League rotation. Ben Hess so far, the kid from Alabama who had a 5 or 6 ERA in college when the Yankees drafted him. He's also looking ridiculously good. His fastball looks filthy. And this is where I have to give the Yankees a lot more credit than they get for being able to work on these guys' flaws, sort of tweak some things, and make them into legitimate options for the Yankees Major League roster at some point in the future. I don't think the Yankees get enough credit for how they develop pitching. But moving on to guys on the Major League roster, I don't really care usually about seasoned major leaguers like Aaron Judge, Jazz, at this point Ben Rice, Austin Wells. Like, I don't care how they perform in spring because they're really just going to spring to get warm and get ready for the season. They're not trying to prove anything, but there are a few guys who needed to prove something so far. One of those guys being Ryan McMahon. Ryan McMahon looks like he has a different approach at the plate. They brought up on the broadcast that he's been working on the swing with the Yankees hitting coaches. And to me, I don't see much different with the swing itself. To me, I see a difference in the mindset. He's had multiple pitches where he's roped them to left field. Being able to take the outside pitches and hit them where they came from would be a complete game changer for a guy like Ryan McMahon, who we all know has so much power in that bat. Last year, didn't even hit close to 220 and still had 20 bombs. He's a guy with massive amounts of power, even when he doesn't make contact nearly as much as he should. But if he now is able to use all parts of the field, if he's able to not try and pull everything, Ryan McMahon could be the perfect option at third base now if this is how he's going to hit. We don't need him to be an all-star. We don't need him to be a silver slugger. We need him to provide pop and get on base at the bottom of the lineup to set up the top of the order, hit bombs, and hopefully help this team win. So far in spring, and yes, we are only a week in, but Ryan McMahon is showing great strides in that direction, and hopefully that could continue throughout spring training. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Carlos Lagrange should be in the starting rotation? Do you think they should throw him in the bullpen right away? Do you think Elmer Rodriguez deserves a shot in Major League Baseball? Let me know your thoughts on spring training so far in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. Long way to go for spring training. A lot of these guys are going to be gone for the WBC. So we'll see how things progress from here, but I can't wait to see how it goes. I'll be here to cover everything as it happens. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that post notifications. And I'm out of here. Take care and peace.